signs you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is June 29, 2022. It is 2:19 a.m. This is my first recording since returning from a small little getaway. It was what, a 4-day getaway. We might do it again, so I'm a little bit behind. Yesterday I was supposed to record. I thought my husband was gonna go in the office, so I was editing. When I got up around this time, I got up to finish edit a video that I started editing before I went on that little getaway, and that what I thought would take me maybe the most an hour to finish, it took me almost 4 hours. And by the time my husband got up, and he told me he's not gonna be in the office, so I didn't get to record anything. And throughout the day, it's not that good for me to record because the kids are up, there's noise, and for some reason my mind is not as sharp in a way. I don't know if sharp is the word, but the mood is not there to record. So what I did is I put a small little video out that I took while I was on vacation. It was a snake video we saw. Every time we go away, I always spot snakes. So this one was right out in the open where my son was fishing, and I recorded and shared it with you. I mean, I know I even said it on the title, not for everyone, so I put it out anyway. So there's a lot to share with you, and there's a lot of tweets that I bookmarked while I was on vacation. I don't know if I'll get a chance to go over every single thing because there's even some tweets before I went on vacation, I bookmarked. I don't know if I'll ever get to them, but yesterday I bookmarked some, so I'm gonna do this video based on more recent. Whenever I have time, I may not even get to them. I'll go back to some of my tweets that I bookmark prior going to vacation, but most likely I will not. All right, so this is my back end. New subscribers, welcome. And if you don't like some of the things that I'm discussing, feel free to unsubscribe. This is not to say if you don't agree with me to unsubscribe. That's not what I'm saying. Conversation always continue in the comment section. You have any issue, discuss some stuff in the comment section, feel free to go on there, and I usually respond. If I don't respond, I put a like or a thumbs up or something like that. All right, so let's go on Twitter. All right, so this is my back end. Nothing okay. Oh, okay, let's see here. Well, not this. This is, you know, is this one that I just saw on the back. I didn't bookmark this. This is what I'm saying. Chadwick Boseman died without a will. His wife asked a court to split his fortune evenly with his parents. I thought, okay. Yes, because before he died or when he was sick, they quickly married. That makes sense. Wow, let's see. Chadwick Boseman's wife and parents will split his 2 to 3 million fortune evenly after he died without leaving a will. According to a report published Friday by Shadow and Act, a Black Panther star widow Taylor Simon Ledward is in charge of his estate and has asked the court to distribute the funds equally. Some people will fight to have everything, but that makes kind of sense. Okay, let me bookmark this for some. Well, maybe this is it. The minute that I'm going over it, that's it. All right, let's see the thread. Okay, let me like it so I could always come back to it. The Black Panther star began dating Ledward, a musician, before he was diagnosed with a colon cancer in 2016. Couple wed privately before the Oscar nominee died of the disease in August 2020 at 43 years old. I think I have a video that has that, something like that. I know I spoke about it. Wow, I can't believe 2020 already been 2 years. Okay, in January 21, Ledward tearfully honored her late husband at the Gotham Award, where he received a posthumous tribute, quote, an acknowledgement of only his profound work, but of his impact on the industry and this world, end quote. All right. He was able to give himself over fully in every moment, to be totally present in his own life and in the lives of people he became, end quote. Ledward said while accepting the honor on her partner's behalf. He was blessed to live many lives. That's something that I read. The school that he went to, there was another, could have been, is that him? What's the, oh my god, how could I forget his name? Another actor who sort of helped pay his education. And what's this guy? Oh my god, this is a shame. Right now I cannot remember his name. He's very well known. That's the worst thing. He's very well known. He's a family man. He's a black actor. Oh my god. And there's a lady also, an actor, an actress. Okay, I can't think of the name, but I don't want to spend too much time on it. But he returned the favor that was given to him while he was in school, because he wasn't able to pay his schooling. Okay, said to hear that he didn't handle his little part of life, knowing he had a terminal condition. A trust will have made things easier, and the courts will not have been in it. It will have also saved money to the overall estate. Black family get a trust for final arrangement. So we are at the point in the matrix where people are judging and shaming a dead man for, okay, so this, I mean, when death comes, it comes. That's the thing. When we're sick, we always think we could fight it. Maybe he thought, but at least he did the best thing, I think he know how, that was to marry her, to at least let her have the estate. But the wife is not greedy, and ask the court to split it evenly. So at least, you know, people don't come back and try to do some damages. Look at when Kobe died. The wife, parent, the mom went berserk. Oh my God, I don't even want to go there. All right, let me get out of there. There were some other things that I saw. Let's go to home. This I'll talk about Roe versus Wade. Okay, there's we will adopt your baby wife for parts. So many things going on with black kids. Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene is about to go through some things. Save this tweet. What's going on with that? Why? What he effing said? Well, he said it. What did he say here? 1 minute and 3 seconds.
Who can we blame for losing Roe v. Wade? I'll give you a good group of people that we can blame
White women.
for losing Roe
White
v.
women.
Wade, you guys. And it's not all of you, but it's a good portion of you. People we can blame for losing Roe v. Wade are white women.
Thank you.
I said it.
Yeah.
You guys voted for Trump in one of the largest voting blocks for him. Then on top of that, his second election, the one he lost to Biden, white women voted for Trump in even larger numbers than they did the first time. So after the porn star payoffs, all of his political campaign associates going to prison, the Mueller report, all of that, white women still went out and voted for Trump in even greater numbers than they did the first time. And
Yep.
Trump put in judges that then took rights away from white women. And I have to tell you guys this. White women, you're such a good voting bloc, but you only vote your man or your dad's politics. And that's why you haven't had a president in over 200 years. And that's why you're losing your constitutional rights right now. Because you vote for shitty people.
That's point. That's it. He is right. He is right. Okay. After this, I'm gonna go to my list. After the election, even before the election or during the election 2020, go look at some of my videos, my politics video. Just go check them out. Pretty much whatever I've said there, it's like you're seeing the result of it or proof of some of the things that I've said. I'm not even watching the January 6th thing. I'm not even watching it. If we don't be careful, all right, they could still get away with it. I don't want to say how, but we need to vote, especially in New York. And I believe Giuliani's son is running for governor. A guy who never been in politics. What the is he gonna running for governor? Why do you think he's doing that? If he wins, Trump is gonna get away with what's going on in New York with him. Okay, so people needs to vote. There was something that I okay, you know what, let's go on my list. Okay, let's focus on my list. Already 10 minutes here. All right, so I started this video with some tweets that pretty much light-hearted. Okay, this or that, pre-royal versus royal edition. That's pretty much for fashion. Which green dress would you rather have in your closet? All right, so that's Meghan during, I guess, her married Harry, and this is before that. All right, let's see the one on the right, because I hate fabric belt like the one on the left. Okay, so she doesn't like that. Okay, people have their preference. Both on this one, both. I'm greedy. Wrap dress is perfect for summer. All right, that's that. What kind of fabric is this? This look I could be wrong. This look like a heavy fabric, but it looks like on her, it looks nice on her. All right, so let's move on. I saw it and I just bookmark it for you guys, but as I get further into the video, it's gonna be more, you know, hardcore, personal, not personal, more intense subject. Okay, in 2016, Meghan and her diverse circle of friends, character not color, do matter to Meghan and her choice of associates. She was known by over 1,000 young leaders from across 196 countries before the royal family met her. She had her own platform, unlike other Windsor wives, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Arriving for the 2016 opening ceremony with fellow counselor, UN ambassador, and good friend James Cho. That's nice. That's nice. And the summit gathered 1,300 young leaders from 196 countries around the world to discuss worldwide challenges alongside world leaders from across the globe and to generate innovative solutions to the world's most pressing issues. The summit was opened by Prime Minister of Canada. Look at her posture. Yep, she knows when eyes are on her, how she composes herself. Okay, that is why Harry and Meghan met. Great minds think alike. I think it's that connection of a friend who knew both of them and made that connection. Okay, the message is unlike some Windsor wives. Meghan didn't need a prince to become a humanitarian. This is why they say service is universal. And she's right, whoever wrote this. Okay, her works as a philanthropist was pre-royal. She's not new to this. She's true to this. That's why it comes so natural to her, and she can talk about her causes without notes. That's another thing that I've said as well. Yeah, when she's doing her thing, because she is hands-on, she's involved, she know what was going on in the background. So when the finished product comes and she's presenting it, guess what? She could tap on to her experience. That's how she's able to do some of her speeches, like the cookbook and where is it? Something Works. You know, that she did while she was in the UK. You know, she was able to do these things without a note. Okay, spot on. What Meghan does is from her heart. It's not just part of a job. Yeah, that is true. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Short and sweet. That was a good one. Next one, there's this one. There it is. We're easing into more serious topics. Okay, I have a flu, so it took me a minute to understand why the Daily Mail is identifying Meghan's friend Jenna as their CEO Mandana when the two women don't look remotely alike. One, to maintain the quote, they have no friends and quote narrative. Two, to make the visit look like business, not a social call. That's true. They don't look alike. Actually, the next one should have been before that. Yeah, she was it? I have that video of her. She's saying Meghan got receipt. Alright, so let's see some of the comment. It's deliberate. When Harry was seen riding a bike with his friend, they say it was his bodyguard. I don't know. These people, I can't. They just baggage for God. At this point on, if people haven't seen the light yet of what they're trying to do, I don't know what will. It's because the friend was a British friend that they had previously claimed Meghan made him cut off. They are pathetic. Oh, I think I know which picture they're talking about. Harry was riding a bike with that particular person, and I believe in some of the comments that I read under that particular tweet is that Harry had gone to his wedding with Meghan in Jamaica. That's that picture. I don't think I have a specific of it. Maybe I'll look for one and then share it when I'm editing. Okay, and here I was assuming that they think all women of color look alike. That's Joanne. So, quote, with Mandana, end quote, but is believed to be Jenna, end quote. Because we're sure Harry and Meghan have employees, but not sure they have friends. Let's see. Montisudo mentioned with Archwell COO Mandana Yahini. Okay, backseat with a woman believed to be Jenna Gavenka. Okay, but anyway, word are they so confident about incorrectly identifying their staffers, hesitant about correcting identifying their friends. Alright, this is the thing with the squad. They point those nonsense out. This is why their narrative in the UK cannot take steam, because every time they say some BS, the squad pointed out. Alright, at Pagan Trelawney, sorry to hear you're a bit poorly. Girl, are you okay? I hope you get well soon. Okay, Pagan Trelawney. Okay, I thought it was Henry VIII, because I was gonna say she's pregnant by now. She should have the baby, isn't it? I think so. Okay, I hope you're feeling better and close to fully recovered, but these folks will remain sick. I'm so glad Harry and Meghan left that circus. Oh, believe me, I am so happy about that. Okay, so there's the real picture here. Okay, what does one expect from the Daily Hell? Now it's Daily Hell, not Daily Fail. National Enquirer on speed. That is true. I spoke about this National Enquirer in the US. We don't take them seriously. But apparently that was one of the videos that I was editing yesterday. In that video, I was talking about National Enquirer. Someone put a screenshot of something that happened, was it 2018 or 2019 or something, about Harry and Meghan, mostly Meghan. Yeah, talking about Meghan. And I think that's what took me the most of my time, because I bring receipt, I bring videos, even that's what took my time, because that portion that I was supposed to edit, it was supposed to be at least an hour. It ended up being more than 4 hours. Okay, I hope you feel better soon, Pagan. I was wondering what the heck was going on with their picture caption. They're so sloppy with everything. The thing is that some people are starting to call them out now in court. Okay, the Iranian activist was brought on board to oversee the charity's growth strategy and day-to-day operation. All right, let's see here. They have finally changed it. Okay, so they changed it. Okay. Yeah, they got their points across. Sorry you're not feeling well. Wishing you a speed recovery. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. This is Omid. This is why I said the other one should have been first. This is Omid. As much as the Mail would love to trigger its readers with the words, quote, Iranian activist, end quote, the woman in the photo is actually actress Jenna Gavenkar. Okay. So the Iranian activist was brought on board to oversee the charity's growth strategy and day-to-day operation. There it is. Okay, I thought it was a small thing here. All right. Okay, let's be real. My gesticulation and RBF is not newsworthy. RBF. Oh, resting bitch face. It took me a while to realize resting bitch. Oh, just Jamina, that's her who responded. Oh my god, I didn't go into it when I was originally recording. I should read some of those comments in there. It's telling they are interested in who is in the car and who is being visited by private people rather than future king carrying millions and shopping bags. Oh my god, I don't have that in this video. I don't think it previous video. That's the other one that I said I should be I bookmarked before I left. Yeah, Charles went to the Middle East and he was giving a bag full of cash or something like that. Okay, Meghan friend for more than 17 years. Yep, that's true friends right there. And she stood up and spoke. That's the one who said she got receipt. If they're gonna say their BS, they better bring it on. Okay, anyone notice that Meghan's friends are of all different ethnicity and backgrounds? Who else in the royal family have such a diverse group of friends? And this is the thing that I said when Harry was dating Meghan. Okay, I don't want to go too deep on that because I have so much to share with you. When Harry was dating Meghan, the lifestyle, the friends, the secrecy that they didn't open their mouth to go to the tabloid and say Meghan is dating Prince Harry and stuff like that. Harry saw that. This is what attracted him most. Not only Meghan in general, her personality, the person that she is, that definitely is in the bag for sure. But everything around Meghan really attract Harry to her even more. Look at, there he is, he's driving her and stuff like that. So Harry, you know, really felt at home whenever he was around her, I think. Okay, Omid always ruined the fun. That is true. Okay, Omid always ruined the fun. I was enjoying letting them look like idiots. That's Voyo Suda. LOL. So Omid pointed out the actual things. Okay, why is the palace trying to get the Angry William video deleted? Ah, really? I have that. Maybe I should record that before they delete it. Okay, this is why. Twitter is crazy. This is why he looks pissed in that video. He looked pissed. And hopefully when I come across that video, I remember to say, let me see if it's in there, because this is what he was trying to send people to do to Meghan, this is why when I pray, I said he needs to feel the pain that he's inflicting on people. That video shows me exactly that. Oh my God, Twitter are crazy. I'm not fooling with you guys today. There's a laugh, not today. The squad are laughing. The squad always turn things into something else. Okay, they did the same thing when Harry's childhood friend visit recently. They call him the security because they want to push the narrative about them not having friends. This Jenna misidentification is the confirmation I needed at Pagan Trelawney's observations are correct because they did it when Harry was out cycling with his childhood friend Charlie Van Strabenzi. Instead, the fail said Harry was just with security. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Twitter. Cool. Okay, so this is the picture. That's exactly what I was thinking. This is the one. All right. This is the security, I believe. But this guy, I think that's the friend that I was talking about. He went to the wedding with Meghan in Jamaica. Feeling right at home, Prince Harry dons California baseball cap as he ride his. They always have to bring the price tag. $1,499 electric bike near his $14 million mansion, Montecito Mansion, days before he and Meghan are set to travel to the UK for Queen Jubilee. Okay, Prince Harry 37 was snapped while cycling out on bike trail by security team on sunny day in LA. I think this guy is the security. This guy right here. But this is the friend here. Okay, Duke was wearing an Adidas tracksuit, hooded top, and mask as he pulted through street of Montecito. Comes as Prince William visiting a London hospital and praise inspirational campaigner Deborah James' brother are said to be reunited next week as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle travel to the UK for Jubilee. We know how that went. Yep, that's the one. I think Meghan went and Harry went to the wedding. That's the one right here. Alright. Wow. Since college. Look at them with their baby face. Okay, Charlie is a close friend of Harry's. Harry was best man at his wedding in August 2018, and Charlie was an usher at Harry's wedding. Charlie's brother, Thomas Van Strabenzi, is Prince Charlotte's godfather. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So they know very well. They know very well. The Daily Fail. Okay, there it is here. Prince Harry plays tour guide to longtime friend from the UK on a bike ride in California. Harry wore a quote California end quote baseball baseball cap and a nod to his new home. How the hell? How the hell is that a nod? Oh my God! People magazine sometimes. All right, there's Meghan and her friend. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, what is that? They're desperate and love this for them. I can't wait for the years to come when Sussexes will become the biggest global icon never known without any access from toxic British press. Yep, that reminds me of that video of Mark Cuban.
Harry and Meghan are incredibly marketable. I'd call them the new young Obamas. They're going to make an ungodly amount of money, and you know what? They literally could become billionaires over the next 20 years. If either of them came on Shark Tank, I wouldn't even wait for them to pitch. I'd be like, I'm in, whatever you want, yes, because they are so marketable. It'll be so easy to develop products and projects for them, with them, and around them. It'd be yes. Can you hook it up?
I'll answer it right now. Okay, amen, testify. Make no mistake, that was deliberate on their part. They're obsessed with trying to defame or belittle Harry and Meghan and anyone who has publicly supported them. That defame part is definitely that, because they do not want they want to tarnish. That's the thing. They want to tarnish the Sussex's brand. But you know, people with good sense, with open eyes, see the type of person of people Harry and Meghan are. Like Harry said in the INVICTUS, it's their character. Let's put that clip here as well.
But what I remind him is that no matter what you want to be when you grow up, it's your character that matters most. And nothing would make his mum and me prouder than to see him have the character of what we see before us today. You.
Alright, now let's go to the next tweet. Alright, that's that. There we have it. Then Wootton boldly admitting his racism in the Daily Mail. Now we definitely know why he has hated and targeted Meghan Markle for so long, and the gaslighting insistence that racism wasn't a factor can finally be put to rest. It is racism, always was, period. Okay, let's see here. If anything, Charles' conduct is becoming more inappropriate as his mother enters the twilight years of her spectacular and historic reign. As a proud monarchist who staunchly believes the royal family must remain politically neutral and wider than white. Wow. Wow. Wider than white. What would you call that? Albino? What is that? A sand? It's not even a powder? Until they disappear? Oh my goodness. I'm desperately worried about what could transpire upon the Queen's death, which I hope and pray remains many years away. Okay, and now we understand the silly word games in the UK Rotovats play. We are racist. Our friends are racist, but you better not call us racist because that is playing the race card. I don't know. If they are, why don't they just say it with their full chest? I mean, the squad knows. The squad been ripping their white hoodie off a little at a time. So they're only fooling themselves. And this is why I have to bring Princess Anne here. Princess Anne said exactly who she is. I mean, I'm not crazy for her, but the fact that she said, I'm not gonna change. She is who she is, so she's living her life. She doesn't need to be pretend. If the people are willing to fund her lifestyle, why not? She's not forcing them to say, to give me money or else or anything like that. They willfully allowed. The same kind of parallel that the US was going is the same thing with the UK. But unfortunately, the UK didn't see or didn't care to defund them, so they're going down the path of, I don't know, because they're trying to target the same thing that we see happening in the US with the Roe versus Wade. The UK is tapping on to their Bill of Rights. They're going back. Okay, these people are going back to fix the law where back then we may not like the way the UK was going. Well, at least back then, people who were in position, government officials, were doing things in a civil and a humanely passable. But now, these people, they want to go back, just like the US, Roe versus Wade. Look at this, how they overturn it. And this is why I put that video live. One of my followers said, when she saw the video, I see, she said, I'm paraphrasing now. She said, I see you put that video out. So basically, I don't want to show the tweet, but not tweet, the message, but I want to paraphrase it. She says that because she called herself and some of the people who are not members, she called them commoners. We saw the video that was supposed to be for members live, but the main reason for me to make it live for everybody to see it is because the topic that was discussed in that video, I felt like it was very important. I don't know, I guess I should have thought about it the first time that I did it, but I just wanted something different for the members. But since the information in there was very important, and when they overturned Roe versus Wade, I was at the cabin, so I can't do it on my phone. So I took it up on myself the first thing once I'm behind the computer to make it public for everybody, because the information that was in there was very important. So she was giving me a heads up that if it was a mistake, to make it for members only. So I appreciate that, because at the beginning I was making mistakes with some videos. Some stuff were not going to the correct tier of people who members and non-members and all of that. But yeah, so I made it public for everybody because of the information. That's why. And thank you for letting me know. Commoners. The information in it was so good, I wanted everybody to see it now, and I put it public, and she let me know that I'm seeing it, I'm not a member, why am I seeing that? So she's giving me the warning to, you know, if it's a mistake, to make sure to put it private again. But the main thing is that the information, I wanted people to see it. Yeah, so before I forget, chain of thought is that the UK and the US are going back. They're parallel, okay? They trying to do the same thing, going back. Roe versus Wade, they reverse that. But I think I have a tweet in here that will focus on it. If I don't get to it, it will be on video too. Alright, so we still have a chance, because when those Supreme Court justices that were being interviewed for the judge for the position at the Senate, because they asked them about the Roe versus Wade, they lie under oath. So we still have a chance to reverse that. They need to go back to some of the things that they say and pretty much make them lose their job. And not only that, we see where they're trying to bring us back, and we have a chance to do what's right. Is people needs to vote. People needs to vote. Many of the candidates that's out there are letting us know exactly who they are. So we're not gonna get somebody who's 100% think exactly like us, you know, you individually, but at least there are some who are close enough to your same kind of position, same kind of way of saying politically things, because you could make educational decision and who to vote for. So we still need to fight, that's all. Alright, so let me move on. Alright, so the US and the UK going on the same path, going back to undo all the laws that were put to help society at large in a way. But when you look in the US, as they were saying, the things, black people were not part of it, but they just never knew. But as we move on further into in the future, there were amendment, you know, things changed. People were able to vote, women were able to vote. But can you imagine, while all of them are in that position, this is their chance. They've been working hard on this. This is why McConnell told President Obama not to put that, not to how do you call this, not to put someone in the position, what's the term, to bring a Supreme Court judge while he was president, because it was during time of election, so let the people vote. McConnell, hey, he played his card very well. He is one of the most dangerous politicians in power right now, because, and at the same time, we don't understand why minorities get to the, if in September, not September, in November, this is our 2010, if people don't go out and vote, that reverse of Roe versus Wade is not a warning bell for everybody to go vote in November. We're gonna repeat the exact same thing that happened in 2010. We do not want to repeat that. And this, what they just did right now, is a wake-up call. Go get your butt out there and vote, because other than that, we're gonna see all those January 6th thing that's going on. If the Republican win the House and the Senate, all this is for nothing. Okay, all of that will be for absolutely nothing. They're gonna brush it under the rug like it never happened. And guess what? They're not ashamed to do it. They're not ashamed to do it. This is why I don't even bother watching it. The January 6th committee, the things that's going on in the US right now. It's not like I don't care. It's just that I saw it. Go back to some of my political videos during the 2020 election, leading up to the 2020 election. There's a video I might even put out now. I did it, the cyber surprise or something like that. I don't think I ever put it out. because some of the things that I was saying, I didn't have proof, but now the proofs are coming. I could feel confident to go back to it and say, hey, this is what I was saying. Okay, so that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. I went on too long on that one. Okay, so now we're getting to the Roe versus Wade here. Gloria Steinem, Meghan Markle, and Jessica Yellin on abortion right, the error and why they won't give up hope. That's a Vogue. I'm not gonna read that. I'm gonna click on it so I could put the link in the description for you guys. Okay, how long it is though? Okay, it's a long read. So maybe something that could be on another video by itself. Okay, I'll come to that. Maybe that will be another video by itself, but I'll put the link in the description for you guys. Alright, so let's read some of the comment. Okay, quote Meghan, for women who live in the states where trigger laws have already gone into effect, they will learn quickly what life was like before Roe. That's for sure. Let's see here. There's an excerpt in there. Meghan, okay, that's that. What? Meghan Markle, this is having a very real impact on women's body and lives starting now. Look at it. Like for instance, her miscarriage that she had. There's women who are literally, I went through that. If that law was in place, you know, there's a possibility I probably could have died because the doctors would be afraid to do routine surgery to get me well. But because of those idiots who's in power, who only think of one thing and don't see the ripple effect of their laws, women will be dying. Okay, let me finish with this. This is having a very real impact on women's body and lives starting now. Women are already sharing stories of how their physical safety is being put in danger. Women with resources will travel to get an abortion. Those without might attempt to give themselves one at tremendous risk. And this is the thing. This is why Roe versus Wade was put in place, because back then a lot of women were doing things that were unsafe. This was a way to make it safer for them. Some will have to source abortion pills from unregulated pharmacies. Others who are pregnant and find themselves in a medical emergency will be at the mercy of doctors and lawyers to determine if a procedure that is needed to save her life can even be done at all. There's a tweet that I saw. I think a nurse was talking about it. Okay, what does this tell women? It tells us that our physical safety doesn't matter, and as a result, and we don't matter, but we do. Women matter. And this is one of the reasons that I call Gloria immediately, because in all of it, she reminds me that when you have anger, you have to channel that energy into something that makes a difference. That's what the activism is. It's about how we show up. Exactly. And many of us, we need to understand, not all of us can do some of the activism that the others are doing. You'll be very surprised. Some minor things you could do on your own, like for instance, go vote. It's another form of activism. Okay, to do the right thing. All right, sharing your knowledge to somebody, it's also another form of activism. So many of you who may sit maybe wheelchair bound, cannot go certain places freely like many of us do, you sharing your knowledge to someone, to your neighbors, this is a form of activism. The form of activism that I'm talking about is telling the truth and things that you experience yourself. Okay, how you experience certain things, the experiences that you went through, sharing with somebody, a young person who probably didn't see it that way. This is another form of activism. There are people I see sometimes who's beating themselves up, saying, oh my God, I cannot go protest. You will never see me going protesting. So my form of activism could be my podcast. I try my best to tell as much truth, my experience as possible. I'm sharing with you. And voting is another, the pinnacle, the utmost way of activism is to vote. This is a right that you must exercise, your right to vote. If we don't go and vote, that they could take it away from us, because most women, majority of women, vote the right way for because we are mothers, we are nurturers. We will do things, we'll go out of our way to help others. So when we vote in a way where we will make others feel, not only ourselves but others, to vote in a way where it will benefit. That's the word, okay? Not for other people, but to benefit society at large in a positive way. So voting is the utmost way of activism. Okay, so don't think just because you're not doing some other things that people are doing, you're not doing your part. Yes, there are many ways of doing activism. You name it. Okay, there's probably thousands of many ways, but voting is one. And sharing your knowledge, your experience, and telling the truth, help somebody else in many ways, shape or form, is different way. We are, like I've always said, we are a puzzle. Each one of us hold a little piece of that puzzle. How you use it, you know how, is your own way. All right, let's see. There's more. Meghan Markle, that gave me chill. Gloria, also that you were in the hand of someone who understood that it was your choice to create the life that you wanted for yourself. That's so powerful. So I will have to read that. All right, yes. Let's see. Gloria, yes, and I kept my promise. Without him, I would have been stopped there. I was working as a waitress in London, waiting for my visit to India, where I had a fellowship. I wouldn't have been able to do that. My life would have stopped there. Okay, so this is something I need to read. Maybe it will be another video, but the link will be in the description for you guys to check it yourself. It looks like a very good discussion. Okay, there she go. Always be there for others. There's that. All right, let's go to the next tweet, and I grouped them together, and I think it's still Meghan regarding Gloria as well. All right. On June 26, 2 days after the Supreme Court overturned Roe vs. Wade, Jessica Yellin. Okay, this is the reason why I made the thing public. It's because overturned Roe vs. Wade is because the mindset of white men, the reason why they sending it back to the state. That was the main reason that I bought that thing, and I lose track. The reason why the Supreme Court is sending it back to the states is because majority of the states are run by white men, and that was the thing with the tweet, the video that I made public, to let people aware the objective of what the Supreme Court is doing. Okay, and I also, another thing is that they should put a law. Okay, the Senate and the House and then the President sign it, should put a law where in a major decision like this, okay, where it affect the entire country at large, okay, this is when there's enough outcry for it, it should go back to the people. Okay, the people should make the final choice of that, where we go out and vote and make sure, okay, it is put on a ballot where women, or majority at large, okay, majority at large, to vote for, to overturn what the Supreme Court have done. Because we cannot have judges who's being, I don't know, maybe, my humble opinion, probably being paid under the table, lie under oath to get the position to control people's lives like that. Okay, when there is a major outcry like this, pretty much the entire country, all the states are crying foul on this because it affects every woman. Things like that should go back to the people, not just to be held and by men. Okay, men. So that was the reason why I put that other video out, to give you the objective of the mindset of these people, because white men who's running those red states, okay, they know, okay, they know the assignment. They know the assignment. They know why they want that to go back to the states, because they're already controlling those states. Many of those, like the big video at the beginning of this video that I show you, this guy is saying it's white women who's voting for these people to be in position, and he gave you the perfect example. They vote, a good portion of them vote for Trump the first time around, and then they vote again for Trump the the second time around. If you, like I said, this is why I'm not even bothered watching the January 6th committee thing testimony that's going in the Senate, because I've seen it. Even at the 2020 election, I said who pretty much made Biden win. It's Hispanic, blacks, and Native American, and many other groups. That's probably Asian as well. I don't know the percentage of it, but these three groups I point out. All right, not white women. They're sitting in the background. Look what happened with that Chris Rock and what's the other one, and Will Smith. Okay, the slap that went on. Come out and like, oh my God, they're traumatized. How come I don't hear voice now? Are these people still traumatized by this Roe versus Wade that overturned? These are the things that we're talking about. All right, they traumatized by two grown men acting out on public. They get to see another day, but yet that traumatized her. I didn't hear her come out and said with the Uvalde shooting, I didn't hear her. She was traumatized by that. You have children dying senselessly. Was she traumatized by that? Okay, so that January 6th committee thing that's going on, I already saw it. It's now we're seeing the detail. I spoke about it in many of my videos already. Okay, now we're seeing the detail of it. I remember before the COVID, I was in the gym and I was talking to this lady. Every time I come across her, we'll talk about politics. We were talking about the investigation that was going on Trump. And I remember in one of the conversation I had with her, I was like, oh my God, they're gonna attack us. They're gonna attack. She was like, nah, they won't do that. Look what happened January 6th. If the 2020 election did not go the way it did, and majority of the Republicans did their part to prevent that from happening, as much, I may not vote for them, but when they see things were not going well, many of them, like in Georgia, they did the right thing. And if you look what I said also with the vice president, just go look at my videos around that time, what I said. Okay, he did his part. I respect him for that, but I'll never vote for him. Okay, so everything that I need to say was already said. Okay, let's see here. Did I? Oh my God, I went off. On June 26, 2 days after the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade, Jessica Yellin, the award-winning journalist, called the two people she knew could put that seismic event into perspective. The first, Gloria Steinem. The second, Meghan. Okay, so that's that article. The link, it will be in the description. So there's my comment here. There it is. Okay, this is what I said when I heard the news. A few moments ago, I saw this at Rep. Ilhan Omar call for a full impeachment investigation into Justice Clarence Thomas' role in the January 6th Trump coup. Alright, there's more. Okay, we just need to keep fighting. Now we know the objective. So now this is a tweet that I did in June 26. All right, that's the date. This is what's good with those tweets. The dates are there. All right, June 26. Okay, June 26. This was my tweet on that day. This is it. My thing is, if 3 of these Supreme judges lie under oath, what are the consequences? The question regarding Roe versus Wade was asked. All 3 said the opposite of what just happened, showing that lead to losing their job. Regular or normal workers who lie to their employers almost always lose their jobs. I'm just asking. Okay, that was my tweet. Sometimes you need to understand. If you're paying attention, you already know the result of that. They should be removed because they lie under oath. We need to keep our system in check, because when people lie, this is what happened. Okay, you don't lie to the court. All right, let's see here. A few days later, that's me yesterday who came across that. All right, I'm gonna go back. This is the thing here. Occupy Democrats. Breaking. Representative Ilhan Omar, I hope I pronounce her first name, Ilhan Ilhan Omar calls for a full impeachment investigation into Justice Clarence Thomas's role in the January 6 Trump coup attempt, as well as into Gorsuch, Alito, Barrett, and Kavanaugh for lying under oath during their confirmation hearings. Okay? There it is. Retweet if you stand with Ian. And there's me. I keep on putting my tweet that I said on January 26th. If you support Representative Ilhan Omar's call for a full impeachment investigation into Justice Clarence Thomas' role in January 6 Trump's coup attempt, as well as into Gorsuch, Alito, Barrett, and Kavanaugh for lying under oath during their confirmation hearing, retweet and follow us. Alright, there's my tweet again here. I put it here. I asked that question when it happened, 6/26/22. Ilhan Omar called a full impeachment investigation into Clarence. Okay, they're repeating the same thing. All right, these are the Trump people. Can you imagine that? These are the thing. Election matters. Election matters. And just one president, he put three of them. All right. So now, guess what? They are in full control. They know they wanted the Supreme Court, all right, to overturn everything that they wanted. Don't think they're gonna stop here, all right. So these are the Democrats here. Wow. And I think this one is gonna retire. That's the one who just President Biden is gonna replace. Okay, lying under oath equal perjury. Justices shouldn't be above the law. I saw this the minute the thing happened. I wasn't going crazy. If we are, if they're following the rule of law, okay, the people we go vote for the Senate, you know, those representatives. This is why every single election matters, not just the presidential. All right, these are the people who go after them for lying under oath, because it's their testimony that made them vote for them. Okay, because that was asked, are they gonna reverse Roe versus Wade?
Roe versus Wade is an important precedent of the Supreme Court. It was decided in 1973. The Supreme Court has reaffirmed the decision. When a decision is challenged and it is reaffirmed, that strengthens its value.
I believe the Constitution protects the right to privacy. And I have no reason or agenda to prejudge the issue.
What would he have done if he'd asked?
Senator, I would have walked out the door. It's not what judges do.
Let me come now to the statement you made in 1985 that the Constitution does not provide a basis for a woman's right to an abortion. Do you agree with that statement today, Judge Alito?
Well, that was a correct statement of what I thought in 1985 from my vantage point in 1985, and that was as a line attorney in the Department of Justice in the Reagan administration. Today, if the issue were to come before me, if I am fortunate enough to be confirmed and the issue were to come before me, the first question would be the question that we've been discussing, and that's the issue of stare decisis. And if the analysis were to get beyond that point, then I would approach the question with an open mind, and I would listen to the arguments.
So you would approach it with an open mind, notwithstanding your 1985 statement?
Absolutely, Senator.
Do you agree, if a statute that restricts access to abortion, that it must protect the health of the mother in order for it to be constitutional?
Well, I think that the case law is very clear that protecting the life and the health of a mother is a compelling interest throughout pregnancy. I think that's very clear in the case law.
John Roberts said that Roe versus Wade is the settled law of the land. Do you believe it is the settled law of the land?
Roe versus Wade is an important precedent of the Supreme Court. It was decided in 1973, so it's been on the books for a long time. It has been challenged on a number of occasions, and I discussed those yesterday, and the Supreme Court has reaffirmed the decision, sometimes on the merits, sometimes in Casey, based on stare decisis. And I think that when a decision is challenged and it is reaffirmed, that strengthens its value as stare decisis for at least two reasons.
Dear white women, what the fuck is your purpose, huh? What the fuck is your purpose, huh? What the fuck is your purpose? Other than ruining the motherfucking casserole, what the fuck is your purpose other than voting against your better interests? What the fuck is your purpose other than running the motherfucking Kohl's with expired Kohl's cash, knowing damn well that shit been expired since 2010? Talking about, I want to speak to your manager. I want to buy something for my Timothy. It should be still be good. It seems like every year white women just keep getting worse. Aren't they getting worse? If you look at the electorate, white women continue to vote for Republicans. Every year it keeps going up. It keeps going up. So my question is, why the fuck should we trust a lily white hoe? White women can't be trusted. Well, no, Kenny, don't be so mean to them. You know, white suburban women are going to get it together. No, you're not. If you ain't got it together then, you ain't going to get it together now. Y'all didn't even vote for your own white sister Hillary. Why the fuck should we trust white women? And the thing that's really pissing me off is we continue to coddle these white women while we keep shitting on black women. We keep shitting on black voters. But we always put all this stock into white women that are never going to fucking show up for us. That's continue to vote against their own better interests. Because why the fuck? And this is the other shit that it pisses me off. Well, shouldn't we blame white men just as much as we blame white women? Maybe. But here's the bullshit that I have a problem with that is, I understand why white men are voting. Because white men are voting for their own better interests, which is keeping power, patriarchy. It makes sense. But why the fuck do a white woman think that she even has a motherfucking say? If she's constantly voting for a white man who's telling her that you don't have agency over your own fucking body. And the reason why y'all don't want to teach critical race theory is not about what's going on in the past, it's what's going on in the motherfucking present. The thing that's confusing me is how the fuck can you hide what's in motherfucking plain sight? We see your lily white racist ass through the motherfucking window. Hi, I'm Carolyn, and I want you blackies to know that niggers in this neighborhood have curfew. Okay, so when the street lights come on, make sure you're in your home, because if you're hanging, you will be swinging. Let's keep it 100, let's keep it a buck. The real reason why these white people don't want their kids to learn about critical race theory is because they don't want their kids to grow up knowing that their parents are fucking monsters. Every fucking day, you guys wake up early in the motherfucking morning, look yourself in the mirror, and you know you ain't shit. You know you're a racist piece of shit. And you don't want your kids to know that you're a fucking monster. And the difference between me and these other niggas is, guess what? I don't give a shit about telling you, bitch.
Who can we blame for losing Roe v. Wade? I'll give you a good group of people that we can blame
White women.
for losing Roe
White
v.
women.
Wade, you guys. And it's not all of you, but it's a good portion of you. People we can blame for losing Roe v. Wade are white women.
Thank you.
I said it.
Yeah.
You guys voted for Trump in one of the largest voting blocks for him. Then on top of that, his second election, the one he lost to Biden, white women voted for Trump in even larger numbers than they did the first time. So after the porn star payoffs, all of his political campaign associates going to prison, the Mueller report, all of that, white women still went out and voted for Trump in even greater numbers than they did the first time. And
Yep.
Trump put in judges that then took rights away from white women. And I have to tell you guys this. White women, you're such a good voting bloc, but you only vote your man or your dad's politics. And that's why you haven't had a president in over 200 years. And that's why you're losing your constitutional rights right now. Because you vote for shitty people.
Black and brown community has more resources in place because you guys have been fighting for a lot longer than we have. Because of everything you've been through, you do have more experience. You have more safety nets. You have more fire extinguishers. Is there a reason that you're gatekeeping them?
Wow. And this video is still up. How embarrassing. How sad. Baby, maybe instead of policing black women and how they gatekeep their advocacy, you address the problem of how white women gatekeep their privilege. In this video alone, you spell out how white women have sat on the sidelines and watched as black women, Native Indigenous women, and other women of color have had to fight for their rights alone, with you not coming to their aid. But now you want them to come to your aid when you need help? Wow. Seems like a parasitic relationship to me. Maybe you would have had some of those resources you're talking about if you actually joined other communities in helping ensure that their rights aren't taken away. But you have been perfectly fine to sit on the sidelines and watch. And now you want to sit on the sidelines and watch as black women and other women of color fight for your rights so that you can reap the benefits. I wonder where I've heard that story before. White feminists, if you want black women and other women of color to join you in your fight, maybe get the George Floyd police reform bill passed before we start addressing the Roe versus Wade. Maybe address the water sovereignty issues that Native tribes have had. Maybe help other communities first, and then we can help join you, because the history that you have is sitting on the sidelines and watching as other people's rights are being taken away. Got it? Let's do better.
Of them said no. Okay, so what did they do? They went and overturned it. So they need to lose that job. Because if you're lying under oath, there it is. Okay, I wasn't a big fan of the squad, but with what this Supreme Court of the United States is doing and the lack of response by more moderate mainstream Democrats other than, quote, vote, I have to admit that at least they are being proactive instead of just throwing their hands up and deferring to coming election. There are no ethics guidelines for the Supreme Court. Maybe Congress can draw some up for those who do not understand ethics after college, law school, bar exam, practice, and bench time. ACB exclude because from practice because she never tried a case. Was it what's her name again? The lady that Trump put, was it a little Barrett? I think that's her. I think that's her name. Okay, something Barrett excluded because from practice because she never tried a case. Also, she has no ethical guidelines. Yeah, she is the least qualified to be at that level of a judge. Least qualified. Okay, the House can impeach Thomas, leaving him with the mark of being an impeached Supreme Court justice. Okay, let's see here. Doesn't mean anything unless they act on it. Exactly, they have to act on it. Trump has been under investigation for 4 years. This is why I'm not even bothering watching the January 6th, the committee. It's not enough to call for. We need actual action. There it is. But they're all rules. I believe they need to do the whatever they're doing, the impeachment. There's something I read a while back. They need to do that open investigation. I don't remember what it was, if it was for sedition or treason. I think it was treason. They have to do something in public for the people to see, and I think that's what's going on right now in the Senate, where either the person have to confess or they have to do some sort of a witnesses have to come forward. They need, I think, at least 2, if I'm not mistaken, 2 witnesses who goes do a testimony of what they saw and the act, okay, that was aware, the act of treason and things like that. And I think this is the direction they're going right now, but I'm not holding my breath. Until I see it, I'll believe it. I have faith, but until I see it, I will believe it. But this is what I think is going on right now. And this is why I'm afraid of for November, if people don't go out and vote. Because if in November they they replace some of those Republicans who are in office right now, those representatives, those senators who were in line with Trump, if they don't go vote and replace them, instead they remove some of the Democrats who are in that seats right now, who's doing the work, that January 6th committee will just go to the blind eye. People just gonna forget about it, and then that's when people gonna go on the street. This is why I said there's no reason for me to go out and do all those protests and all of that. The voting is the most important thing. Put the right people to do the job, because when you look, when Trump was in I believe 2016, where they have the House, the Senate, and this is why he was able to put all the judges there like that so quickly. All of the things that he was doing, they just turn a blind eye. It's when I believe his midterm, okay, the reverse of what happened to Obama happened to Trump in the House. Okay, I may be wrong on some of these. You guys could correct me. All right, and the midterm election, where people went out and vote, they had enough with all the nonsense that was going on, because the Democrat only had the House, so there wasn't that much that could be done. So a lot of little investigation was going on. This is how we were able to see the nonsense that was going on a little bit at a time. And then the 2020 election happened, and then they just removed him. All right, it wasn't too much for people. So yeah, so that's that. Let me go back. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna do another video after this because I'm already an hour here. All right, let's go back. All right, that's me. I follow some of this. There's me putting this here. That's from Boil Soda. Let's read some of the comment, and that'll be it. Okay, when you have anger, you have to channel that energy into something that makes a difference. That's what activism is. It's about how we show up. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. All right, there's more here. Meghan Markle on the phone with Gloria Steinem and Jessica Yellin after the Supreme Court's ruling last week. Photo courtesy Archwell. Okay, edit to share. What is this? Services Universal. Let's see this here. Look at her, serious here. Okay, when you have, okay, I read this. All right, about how to show up. Okay, it's repeating. There's her. When you have an anger, you have to channel that energy. Okay, everything is repeating. Okay, how we show up. She's serious right there. Look at her face, serious. All right. I thank God that Meghan and Harry left that repressive ass backward palace so they can advocate for causes that couldn't be more important now, like reproductive right and mental health care. The Sussexes are brilliant in interviews, and their activism will save lives. Okay, as someone that entered my activist teen years after political assassination of Martin, okay, very interesting. For a minute, as I was reading, I was thinking something that happened to her personally. Let me see, who is she? Tweet can be used by media, no permission will be given. Okay, so that's just a random person. Okay, let me read her thing. Okay, as someone that entered my activist teen years after political assassination of Martin, Malcolm, and many Panthers, we push forward. If some of you who are new, I talk about a lot about some of these things, Black Panthers and all of that. Okay, we push forward, we fought, we vote, build alternative institution, and true to human rights. The following resonates. Let's see here. Meghan, absolutely. We saw it in plain terms with Justice Thomas' occurring opinion. This is a blueprint for reversing right. There it is. This is what I was saying also. I didn't say it perfectly like that, but we see what they're doing. Okay, we know this is their goal. I mean, they've been giving us hint for years. I don't know why so many people didn't see it. But now that they have the majority at the Supreme Court, they not hesitate to reverse everything. This is not new. I will never forget this. When I had cable, I was watching something O'Donnell, okay, on MSNBC. He said the most important thing when it comes to voting for president is the Supreme Court justices. I will never forget that. It was through him I understand what he was saying. And there it is. This is the fruit of the labor of the Republicans who still fought. But we still have a chance to reverse it because many of those justices lie under oath. This is the only thing we have. If we elect politicians, senators to do the right thing, this is the only way to do that right now, to get rid of them and reverse the things that they just did. And at the same time, I think they should put a law. This is a must, where this cannot happen again. When something like that, Roe versus Wade, affect pretty much an outcry, the whole entire country like that, this choice should go back to the people. It should not just stand like that for the Supreme Court. It should go back to the people. Let the people make the final say, not the Supreme Court. So this is where I think a law should be added to that. For when something like that happen again, where there's outcry, people are crying, foul here and there. We know how the Republican could play on that, but it's better than nothing. We cannot leave our health and safety under the hands of those people who's willing to take down democracy. Okay, January 6th is the things that they were trying to do, take down democracy. All right, so we had a president who put three Supreme Court justices to do his bidding. And guess what? If we don't go vote, that January 6th committee that's going on, let's say they did do what needs to be done, okay, for to arrest or do whatever it needs to be done to Trump for doing what he did, guess what? He could go scot-free. Why do you think? He could bring the things up to the Supreme Court, and then you have these people sitting there who will turn a blind eye and overturn everything that the lower courts have done. Alright? So we need to fight. This is why election is important. The ruling is a signal about the future of same-sex marriage, contraception access, and many fundamental rights to privacy. It feels like the tip of the iceberg and is part of why people feel so scared. Guess what? I don't know why. Sometimes people need certain things to open their eyes. This is it. This is the thing that should make them open their eyes. Those who think, oh, it's not going to affect them, it's not about me, it's not this. Even if you're a man, Roe versus Wade is very important. You could be the one who have somebody pregnant, for instance, or you could have a daughter who's going through some medical issues that will need real emergency operation. Okay, so it affects men as well. You could have your mother, your sister, your girlfriend, your wife, or all of this. It affects men as well. So people with good common sense and not thinking of one thing and don't think about the ripple effect of that, okay, it affects men as well. All right, but who's the full burden of that? Is women, because it is their body that's being controlled by somebody else. All right, let's see here. We can start this November and the midterm. There it is. If you look at before this was overturned, when I went to vote, and when I did my podcast after that, and I was saying, look at this, a 2010 might happen again, because not too many people went to, that was the primaries, okay, primaries for the 2022 midterm election. All right, not too many went and vote. So you can't leave those choices for somebody else. Okay, the name that's gonna be in the ballot in November, it matters. This is where I went to vote. Every single election matters, and I'm gonna vote again in November. All right, we can start this November and the midterms. I know hearing that feels so repetitive, but we have to vote every time, from local election to state and national election. Okay, I've been saying that. All right, editor's note, quote, it's worth remembering that abortion opponents did not win this victory overnight. Yellin add, they formed the National Right to Life Committee in 1967 before Roe, but just after the Griswold case, which legalized contraceptives for married couples, the Federalist Society, which gave legal intellectual left to the movement, was founded in 1982. They're chopping, you know, before you know it, they're gonna, what do you think they're gonna say? They're gonna go back where black people cannot vote, or female women cannot vote. They're gonna bring it back to leave it the choice up to white men only. So this is a wake-up call. They went straight to that one, but in a way, I'm not saying it's good, because of what happened in 2010. This is the most we could have been building on. If everybody went to vote in 2010, we could have been building on to what President Obama was doing. But instead, people go out to vote for only presidential, when presidential don't have all the power. Okay, we have 3 branches of our government. Okay, we have the House, the Senate, and, you know, the executive, and then the judicial. All right, so the president is not the only one. It's 1/3 of the branches. So we need to keep on voting. So if we went to vote in 2010, right now we will not be talking about Roe versus Wade. We will not be talking about, we will probably focusing on, I don't know, what else? Maybe your children's right to do certain things, education, how are we gonna, I don't know, some people are talking about debt, student debt. Maybe that's what we'll be focusing on. What are we doing now? We keep on going back. We're going back to fix things that was already fixed, and then what the Republicans love to do is mess things up so they could stay in power, and then we keep on fighting to things that was already been done. We keep on going back instead of moving forward. If we had voted in 2010, we could have been building on. We had a very good president, President Obama. All right, we could have been building on the things he already built up, together with the Senate and the, people who make the laws. All right, so let's see here. I love that Gloria isn't passing the baton by encouraging women to use their own, kind of like Meghan encouraging every woman to use her voice. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Meghan is just brilliant. She's so intelligent and articulate. And this is another thing too. We have to thank God for whatever happened in the UK with Harry and Meghan, because how will I say? I think I've mentioned in some of my videos, sometimes there have to be sacrifices that is made. Certain people have to go through certain sacrifices and others for us to see. And this is why our prayers need to be stronger each time, because unfortunately, not that I like that Meghan went through the things that she went through. Okay, at least it probably opened eyes of the UK to say this country is racist, or this country is whatever it may be. I don't know. I'm not in the UK, but it opens people's eyes. We have whatever happened in the UK with Harry and Meghan. In a way, if we look at it on the bright side, maybe it was a good thing, because if they were in the UK, they will not be able to talk about this. Okay, now that we have a young voice, a young couple who focus on the same thing, I could understand Harry may never touch any of these topics. Okay, I'm pretty sure he will be back there supporting Meghan, supporting in the background, quietly supporting her, because he has an American daughter. Remember that Prince Harry has an American daughter, so he's gonna be in the background, support Meghan wherever she see that fits, and then they're on the same boat, so they're a good team. They know they are.
But no, we're a fantastic team. We know we are.
Is that in a way, it was good that they went through what they went through in the UK, so they could be here to help amplify the voices, the things that's going on where people were not paying attention. Look at my channel. My channel will not even be here talking about these things. Why? Because I was minding my own business. I knew of Meghan. For those who are new to this channel, I knew of Meghan, but I was not following her. I didn't know she had a TIG. I didn't know she had a IG post. There's a lot of people I don't follow, so she was one of those I did not follow, but I knew she exists. But when she married into the royal family, I wanted to check on her, how she's doing, and this kind of thing. I was happy for her, but each time I check in is negative, 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 negative. And then this is how my channel build up. Okay, so the thing that she went through, this is the sacrifice that she had to go through to come back here, let people know this is what she was about when she was acting. Okay, when she was on Suit, doing little movies here and there, because she was doing that way before she met Harry. All right, so her voice as a young person, okay, because many of the activists are dying out, okay, or leaving us. Their age, they don't have that same fighting energy. I'm not saying many of them are still fighting, don't get me wrong. So many of them don't have the same energy that they had when they were young, where they were able to put that law, help build that, make civil right, women to vote, Roe versus Wade. These women who were back then, who helped this build up. Okay, so they don't have that same energy. But it's so sad, many of them who were part of that fight have to go back again, because many of us were not paying attention. This is why they put those video games on those phones. When you should be looking on the phone to I'm not saying this is the exact reason, but there's a lot of game designers who wants to make money, but to distract us from the real issues that's going on. Okay, those YouTube videos that we keep seeing, people yelling, making stupid things on, for people to watch them, for distraction. YouTube don't bother these people, okay, these channels, because they are distraction to the real cause. But my channel, who's helping open some people's eye. I'm not saying I'm right all the time, but who's helping open people's eye. This is the problem. So I understand why they are after my channel. I know some of you who are new, I read the comment that the only problem you have is that some of the tweets are old news. But guess what? I'm spending time to make those videos. Almost all the time when I upload them on YouTube, YouTube flag them. I cannot make money of it on the same day that I upload it. So what I do, because it takes 7 days for them to review it manually, at least sometimes it's less than 7 days, but they have to review it. So while the topics that people are interested in wants to watch, guess what? They hold the video back. They hold it back. When everything calm down, now you could see it. Okay? And it's not the same thing anymore. So what I do, I'm not in a rush. The squads knows. Many of you who not on Twitter are more than happy for those videos, for those podcasts, and I appreciate that. You guys appreciate the video. Is that you don't mind. Whenever you see it, you see it. So this is the confidence that I have with my followers. So I schedule them at a later date after YouTube review it, topic already calm down, and then I could make at least a penny, because when those videos make money the most is on the first day. The first day is the critical for every YouTubers, not just me, every YouTubers. The first day it comes live, people watch it, and after that it just stay there. Maybe you'll make a couple pennies here and there through the course of its lifetime, but the first day is the key. Okay, so this is why you have the late tweets or whatever. YouTube is holding the videos back and stuff like that. Sometimes they don't, like the videos that I put yesterday with the snake, they didn't give it any problem. It's like it's not controversial. I put it live the same day. But other videos like these, for instance, once I put it, the red flag. Maybe one of these days when I upload it, I'll record the background. All right, let's see here. It is true though, big and small issues regarding gender equality or right, one cannot think beyond Gloria and Meghan first, then maybe Hillary Clinton next. Oh, Hillary Clinton been telling us, all right, everything that she says during the 2016 presidential thing, everything she said, right, was spot on. Okay, don't forget to check out Gayle King interview with Hillary Rodham Clinton. Hillary is that chick. Okay, what CBS Morning, Hillary Clinton on abortion ruling, full show on CBS. Right, you guys could look at that. Okay, powerful collaboration and hope when we need it so much. All right, brilliantly spoken, wonderful interview to read. Okay, fantastic article, thank you for sharing, excellent read. All right, I have more. I'm gonna have to do another video. Let's do a prayer. What should we do prayer for? Prayer, prayer for, let's say human rights, maybe human rights. All right, that's what came to mind. All right, let's see here. Fill the hearts of all people with your love and the desire to ensure justice for all their brothers and sisters. By sharing the good things of the earth, may we secure justice and equality for every human being, and to all division and a human society built on love and peace. Okay, that sounds good. Let's look for an image. Let's do this one. Okay, all human beings are born free and equally in dignity and right. Just, you know what came to mind? Because in one video I said we're all born butt naked. We're gonna go pretty much in that same sense, because even though, you know, we dress out people, put on the coffin, at the end of it, if you go several years later, you open the coffin, the body is gone. All right, all you see is the skeleton. But anyway, that was a sidetrack. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act toward one another in a spirit of brotherhood. All right, that was something I saw. Let me bring it back. Let's see, back. this, I think it was this one that caught my attention. Prayer for Human Rights Day. God of justice and mercy, help us remember this day that you have created each and every person with dignity and worth. We pray for strength and steadfastness in the work of what is that? Repairing. I think this word is repairing. I can't say it, it's too dark in the background. Repairing the world. In all things may we honor you, O God, and honor the dignity of each person. Amen. So that's it. I'm going to do video number 2. There's a lot to share with you, but this one is that. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. Those who have donated, thank you. And those who have become a member, thank you. I appreciate that. Or just watch the commercials. All right, so that's it. I'm going to do video number 2.